Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be one of those videos that is genuinely going to change all of your lives forever. And I have to add that this has just empowered the XRP investor to make more money more than anything I've seen before. Link 2 has just enabled every single XRP community member to be able to buy Ripple stock, and frankly, anyone that wants to can sign up as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say this video is not sponsored in any capacity at all, but I frankly think it's so important all of you learn about this opportunity, because I promise you, this is going to be a powerful tool to get you ahead of 99.9% of people in the years to come. You guys are all here and lucky enough to be able to participate in its infancy right now, when the opportunities are hot. The opportunities are spicy, and there's still plenty of time left. Guys, I took the time out to interview Ray Fuentes from Link 2, and I hope after this video, you understand just how important this opportunity is. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Variable Bull here, and I got a massive opportunity for everyone in the XRP community that decides to take action and pay attention. In this world of red tape and regulatory quicksand, Link 2 has given not just the XRP army a chance, but the whole world a chance to build true generational wealth by empowering not just top earners, but all investors into being able to acquire private equity. Ray Fuentes and Link 2, my friends, you guys are absolute heroes, and I'm excited to discuss what we're talking about today. What's going on, brother?
Bull, you're my anonymous hero, sir. So because of you and a few others, I found my way here to Link 2. So thank you, and thank you for having me here today and for recognizing our efforts at Link 2. It's been an absolute wild ride. You know, we launched our platform in late 2019, and fast forward to today, we have over 40 world-class companies on the platform, 290,000 registered users, and we've processed over $272 million in total member investments across more than 100 countries. We've also experienced 6 successful exits on the platform: Coinbase, Robinhood, SoFi, Marqeta, and a few others. So I think it's safe to say that we're delivering on our mission, our promise to democratize access to a world of private equity. At Link 2, we're giving everyday investors the opportunity to have a seat at the table alongside some of the largest institutional investors in the world, like BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, Sequoia Capital, Founders Fund. I mean, we're leveling the playing field, so now people like me who don't live in Silicon Valley can now explore the possibilities of investing in private equity. So thanks to Link 2's platform, investors have the opportunity to diversify not just into transformative companies like Ripple, Uphold, PolySign, even ourselves Link 2, companies pioneering the tokenization of real-world assets like stocks, bonds, monies. But on our platform, investors can also diversify across sectors with high growth potential: AI, digital assets, space, energy fusion, cybersecurity, social media. We have over
That's going to be exciting to talk about for sure, brother.
yeah.
And something I kind of want to say before we got started is I'm sure in general, the audience watching this pod today, they're pretty familiar with Link 2. They've probably heard for a long time now that, you guys are selling Ripple private equity. And that's something that has excited the community quite a bit. But too often, too many people have felt like they've been left out, right? And
Yep.
before I get into the meat and potatoes for the day, I just want to say that this video we're having now is not a sponsored video. I gain absolutely nothing from having this video posted on YouTube. The reason I'm doing this is because I genuinely believe every single person in the XRP community and beyond can benefit handsomely from what we're about to discuss. So Ray,
Absolutely.
just always thank you for taking the time out, and we're about to get into a lot, brother.
Let's go
First
for
and
it.
foremost, what I did want to ask you is, what are the new opportunities that Link 2 is allowing for people, my friend? Let the world know.
Thanks, Bull. Well, because of our world-class team and technology, we've removed barriers that have existed for way too long, and we've expanded access to all investors, not just top earners. And we've even lowered the investment minimum to $2,500 for first-time investors. It is still $5,000 for all companies, but still, it used to be $10,000 when I first came to know Love Link 2 as a customer. So we're listening to the market, and we're doing everything in our power to democratize access and expand the horizon and provide access to a global community of investors who have been, like you said, and like I believe, purposely left out for far too long. So we're passionate. We've got over 70 employees at the company that are working diligently around the clock, 24/7, 365 to support our platform that also operates 24/7, 365. We don't shut down like the traditional markets bull. We are a transformative fintech company that is radically reshaping the private capital markets. So, we're doing some really great things. A pure testament to our efforts is, just go to link2.com and check out our stats that are visible right on the platform. Like I mentioned, we've got over 290,000 registered users globally. We've got over 40 companies, high performing, high quality, the world's highest quality tech enabled private companies. Link2, we found our sweet spot at democratizing access into the world of private equity. That is the equity of private companies. So on our platform, investors can access these companies for a minimum of $2,500 and also diversify across a wide menu of high growth potential verticals: AI, digital assets, blockchain. A lot of really.
Now,
Yeah,
Ray, I think I heard you misspeak. I thought you said $2,500. Was that a typo, my friend? Like, was that a mistake?
no, sir. So we're listening to the market, and we have reduced our investment minimum once again from $5,000 to $2,500, $2,500 for first-time investors. So make note, when you make your first-time investment, the subsequent investment will be back at the $5,000 threshold. So this is an exciting offering for first-time investors, and just another testament of Link to providing access to a community of investors that just haven't been served, have been underserved, to be frank.
I understand. Okay, so I think a lot of people in the audience probably are getting a little bit of chills from that, right? Like, this is the first time that I've personally heard like people with that amount of money can get into high ROI and accessible opportunities. And that's really what it is. People like the ability to, you know, use their own money the way they see fit and not be babied about it, right? And
Absolutely.
I think that's why crypto is so popular to people, because it's kind of like the stock market 2.0 in a way,
Mhm.
without all the red tape, but that's clearly coming into that market as well. But I think you guys are doing a powerful thing. And what I'm curious to ask is, with everything that you've said so far, what are the limitations of this opportunity? You say you're expanding access to investors, and more so than any company I've personally heard of, you have been. But what are the limits? Like, where does this go? What are the restrictions?
Well, thank you, Bull. We're doing everything in our power to again bring access or provide access to a world of investments that have been hard to reach for quite some time. Private equity is an investment arena that's really catered to your high net worth investors, and so, or your community that resides in a specific region of the world. Let's just say Silicon Valley. So because of our platform, we're able to level the playing field and allow ordinary people, everyday individuals like me. I'm a 35-year-old now, a blessed father and a proud husband, and but I do not make enough money to where I would be able to even get on the cap table of, let's just say, Ripple, who's on our platform, a transformative company that is revolutionizing cross-border payments and beyond. But in order to even get on these companies' cap tables, like Link2 is doing, requires specific amounts of capital. Let's just say minimums of 600,000, or credentials and qualifications. And so with Link2's platform, we've absolutely, as mentioned, removed barriers and provided access to people that will greatly benefit from these new investment opportunities. I don't know why, Bull, that not a lot of people know that these opportunities even exist. This whole the accredited investor requirements is something that was foreign even to me, let's just say 4 years ago. But by becoming more engaged with these new means of generating or of learning or retaining information, where I'm getting at is because of proud platforms like Discord that's on Link2's platform or YouTube, that we're able to access networks or communities of practice that people typically never had access to. So now there's this new means of sharing information, sharing value. And so I just think that this is just the beginning. I think Link2 is going to be moving into a place where, the assets on our platform are tokenized. Tuning into one of your episodes recently, you had the CEO of BlackRock talking about how the world is moving into a tokenized world. Well, for those in the audience that are tuning in here today, check out Link2's platform and look at the portfolio companies that are leaning into the digital asset space. PolySign, a custodian of digital assets. They're backed by BNY Mellon, one of the oldest and largest custodians in the world. I mean, these are traditional banks that are already leaning into these new and emerging technologies. And so I just think that this is just the beginning, and Link2 is an application is a peephole into the future of these new companies that are coming down the pike. Today here, I'm a full transparency, Bull. I flew up here today to participate at TechCrunch to see these new companies that are evolving and emerging, these new verticals. And it was so funny. I don't know if I'm going off topic here, Bull, but I sat down on a plane today next to an IRS representative, and we started talking about, obviously Link2's amazing platform. We started talking about the verticals that are on our platform, from blockchain to artificial intelligence. And that was the first thing that IRS representative inquired about. He says, "What's going on with AI?" And the first thing that I did, Bull, was I took out my iPhone, I opened up Link2's application, I said, check out these AI companies that we've got here on Link2's platform: Cerebra Systems, Samba Nova, H2O.ai, Snap Logic. I mean, and there's a few more to even rattle off. And so where I'm getting at is just, yes, thank you very much. So we've got a menu, breadth of transformative companies that span, yes, across AI, digital assets, fintech, cybersecurity, and a few others, drones. We've got Zipline on our platform, which I'm hoping that we restock very soon. Many of these companies that are in demand are being what's called fully subscribed on our platform in real time. Let's just say the last time we brought PolySign on the platform, or Ripple, Circle, we're selling out not in weeks, not in days, but in sometimes hours. And we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars in transactions daily. And so this is something that Link2 is just proud of, because like I mentioned, Bull, we're only 3 years into this game, and look how far we've come. If you don't mind clicking on the Link2, going back to our homepage and showing the audience our stats, as previously mentioned, just scroll down, look at those proud numbers: 290,000 registered users, $272 million in total member investments, 45 companies available on our platform. That $272 million in total member investments is made up of thousands and thousands of transactions spanning from $2,500 to even $10,000 and up, depending on the exposure that some of our investors want to have on our platform. Yep.
And just two things, brother. Sorry to cut you off, but I
Sure.
think after this video is over and people see the nature of this opportunity, it's going to go from 290,000 to at least a couple tens of thousands more additional users, because now there's no excuse not to be here, right?
Absolutely.
Considering the promotion you guys are having, the first investment you have on this platform, boom, got Ripple, guys. Come on. What's your
Yeah.
excuse now? It's either you
There,
don't have money, and that's it. That's it. There's no reason not to have Ripple stock anymore. There are no excuses, my friends. I want everyone. This is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. But Ray, I'm gonna get you in trouble. You should follow it anyway and sign up to Link to. You should get some Ripple.
Yeah,
You're
well,
welcome.
thank you, Bull. Yes. But also on our platform is even linked to it. I'm being biased here, but I think we're one of the most undervalued and with the most upside potential of any of the companies on the platform. I mean, because of our because of Link2's tech, you have the ability to invest in these world-class companies, and so I just think it's a bridge that's overlooked in an opportunity that is going to be transformative. You know, I can't say this enough, but Link2 is well, first off, there's no greater power than investing and securing generational wealth. That you're not going to do that in a standard 9 to 5 work environment. So I think investing is the keys to unlocking capital and opportunity that really wouldn't be within arm's reach if you weren't investing. And so with Link2, you know, understanding that we are targeting and will understand that we're compliant in 100 countries, more than 100 countries. We are working working within the legal frameworks of these countries and of these jurisdictions. You know, even Link2's platform, we're SEC compliant. We report to FINRA. And so we've got our ATS license. We've got our broker dealer's license. And so as soon as I get off this call here today, Bull, I'm going to be opening up my SIE Securities Industries Essential book so I can pass this test. And then next is my Series 7. And that's what everyone's doing at Link2 and what we have to do, because we are not just your everyday firm. We're competing with Fidelities. We're competing with these large financial institutions, and we're now setting the bar. I mean, there's no companies that are outperforming us at this time. And if they are, I'd love to talk with them and get them on Link2's platform if they're a private company.
Ray, you're gonna get yourself in trouble on this channel today talking like that, my friend. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. At the end of the day, I'm very curious to know about these companies on Link2. A lot of people have heard of the Circles and the iTrusts and the Ripples and the Link2s of the world, but the rest of these companies, how well has Link2 vetted them? Are they just some random, what you would call shit coins that we consider in the crypto market, or would you say they're more high quality, well vetted, and strong fundamentals behind these companies?
Thank you, Bull. These are high quality alternative investments. We have Link2 is fortunate to have an originations team, essentially a department that is comprised of traditional investors that have obviously their qualifications, which I previously mentioned, and some of them are even here at TechCrunch because they're going to go out and make relationships and begin that vetting process and begin getting the engaging with the leadership of these portfolio companies. So this is the process, Bull. We've got the originations team. They reach out to these portfolio companies. We engage with the leadership. We even have Link2 Learns that we open up to our membership, and they watch us have this dialogue with the CEO of Axiom, or the chief product officer at Circle, or I mean, you name it. We're bringing the thought leaders to our platform to not only democratize access. So Link2 is not only democratizing access to these companies, but the information around these companies, so our members can make confident, self-directed investments. This is where the world is going. Link2 is essentially removing intermediaries and allowing everyday investors to make qualified investments and use the information. If you were to go and click on the Learn button in the menu bar, Bull, you'll see that we have market insights baked into our platform. These are market insights powered by CB Insights. These resources, or this resources in itself costs us six figures just for this, for access. We open this up to our members for free. And so this way our members can make qualified investment decisions and look at the fundamentals of these companies, look at their most recent funding rounds, look at their leadership and see what their past experiences were. Where did they come from? You know, that's, I mean, that's exactly even how I even got here at Link2. It's just applying the fundamentals of investing to even my approach on my employment, because it's like, if I'm going to be investing into these world-class companies, I want to fight for my money as well. And that's exactly how I ended up here at Link2. That company you see in the bottom right-hand corner, Acorns, was the very first application that I made, that I started my investment journey with, Bull. I was 22 years old. I could only afford to invest with the spare change that was left in my bank account after I paid for my life expenses, my rent, car payments, all my expenses during college. So I could only afford to invest with the spare change that was left in my account. And so Acorns has a protocol basically that rounds up your transactions to the nearest dollar and then invests the spare change into, and let's just say products that were backed by BlackRock or Vanguard. I'm sorry, I'm not well versed on the, regardless, on the investment funds on our platform to date. But regardless, fast forward to today, I'm now a shareholder in Acorns because it's very personal to me. In a way, it's like a full circle where Link2 not only provided me with the opportunity to invest in these world-class companies, but one of them was the very first company that I started my investment journey on. And so it's kind of a sentimental investment for me, but regardless, I know it's a high performing company and they're doing some radical things, not just here in domestic, but now I believe they're going overseas as well. And that seems to be the nature of the beast for many of these companies. Link2 is not just targeting companies that are domiciled here in the US, but worldwide. If you want to go back to hit the invest button and go back to see some of those companies, you'll see like Glint, who's on our platform. They are a company, a leading fintech company domiciled in the UK. They are tokenizing gold. And not only can you invest into gold on their platform, but you can also spend that using their debit card. And so for me personally, not only am I, you know, I'm a very happy user of Glint's products and services. Let me just tell you that. And I just think that this is the way the world is moving, where potentially currencies are backed by assets or things that really hold value. And so I'm looking forward to, you know, what Link2, the strides that Link2 achieves, and, you know, of course in a year, but the way that we operate and move, I would be surprised, and I'm going to be surprised on our achievements in the next 6 months. I mean, we are every week bring something really great to our platform, to our community investors, and to our even our employees. We're, you know, as mentioned, we're blessed with the opportunity to, with opportunities to continue our education and get these qualifications and expand our knowledge on these in the realm of investments. And so I just think that this is Link2's platform is I highly recommend everyone to visit link2.com today and sign up. Get access to our emails, because we are, of course, not only broadcasting world-class companies, but, you know, there's some really interesting promotions that we're running as well. So you wouldn't know unless you were signed up and engaged in our community.
And that's what's really important, right, Ray? And I'm really glad you hammered that last point home. I think procrastination in the crypto space or in the investing world as a whole kills, genuinely. And every ounce of procrastination is a little bit of more life that you take away from yourself, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's knowledge. You'll find a way to regret not taking action. And I think with what you just said, because we've been talking for a long time, right? You and me. For people that don't know, that are just watching this, Ray is actually a client of mine.
And when he first came across my scene, the growth that you had from back then to where you are now is unbelievable, and the growth that Link2 has had as well, partially due to your contributions as well. You're out here every day, going to TechCrunch today, and also just putting out content nonstop. I'm so glad we're finally here to where nobody has the excuse of saying I can't invest anymore, because Link 2 just made it possible to everyone at home. Yes, you can. There's absolutely nothing left to be said, brother. Ray, it was a blast
Linked.
as always, and thank you so much for everything you do.
No, thank you, Bull, and again, I'm appreciative of your friendship, your mentorship, and your contributions daily in the community. I mean, as mentioned, I was referencing content that you put out today, and it's it's content that needs to be shared. Where you're talking about the CEO of BlackRock, talking about the future of finance, and we need to be, everyone needs to be listening to this information, especially if you're trying to secure generational wealth and get outside of your 9 to 5 job or your the rat race, that your routine. And so I just think, Bull, it's now or never, like you said. And if people want to change their lifestyle, potentially Link2 and the companies on our portfolio companies could be the very drivers of that. So again, thank you for this opportunity, Bull, and I appreciate you allowing me to share Link2's achievements with your community, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Everyone at home, thanks for tuning in. Much love, everyone. God bless.